Several years ago, I was an assistant priest in a parish in northwest London. I was also chaplain to a large secondary school. For a period of weeks, we took the sixth formers, the 17 and 18-year-olds, to visit the local places of worship in the borough that we lived in. It was a very multicultural, mixed race, mixed faith community. So one week we went to the local mosque, another week to a synagogue, a third week to a Hindu temple. And then on the fourth week we visited a local centre ran by a community called the Brahma Kumaris. I'd never come across them before, but they are a branch, a sect of Hinduism. And they run what they called a spirituality university in that local community. As we arrived at the entrance to this institution, we were greeted by some of the members. All of the women were wearing white saris. And as we got closer, I noted among them a young woman where some of her ginger hair was coming out through the top of her veil. And she had freckles. But as I approached even closer, I nearly fell over because on her name tag, I saw the name Deirdre O'Toole. You could have knocked me over. When she spoke to us, she spoke in an Irish accent. And as we walked around on a tour of this particular place, I asked her what had brought her to the Brahma Kumaris. And I have to say it's one of the saddest conversations I've ever had as a priest or a bishop, because she said, you know, I was brought up as a Catholic. I went to Catholic schools, but she said, when I was in my late teens, I felt I needed to search for a deeper meaning and purpose in my life. And the saddest line, I think one of the saddest lines I've heard as a Catholic priest, Deirdre went on to say, I recognized that there was no spirituality in the Catholic Church, and so I went searching elsewhere, and I discovered this group. Deirdre has always kind of remained with me in my heart and mind, and also in my prayer life, because I think she's an example of many individuals within our church who do not realize the depth of spiritual truth there is in our faith. It is, of course, within the life of the church especially that we meet Jesus Christ and develop a personal relationship with him. And it's because of people like Deirdre and so many others that we are called to have an evangelizing zeal. This is what this second pillar is all about, to grow evangelizing disciples in our Archdiocese. To have that sense that each of us, as baptized Catholics, are called to deepen our own relationship with Jesus in order that we can reach out to our fellow Catholics who, for whatever reason, may have given up the practice of the faith, or to reach out to those who do not yet have the beauty of an encounter with Jesus Christ and the depth of his love for us. This is what it means to be an evangelizing disciple. St. David, in his last address to his disciples, used the phrase, bid at Clowen, be joyful. And it is because Jesus has poured his love into our hearts that we can be joyful, because we have a relationship with him and we seek to follow him in the life of the church. We are joyful. We are joyful because Jesus is with us and we can help others encounter him. This entails, therefore, a call to mission. because we want to share Jesus with others who do not know him or who have stopped following him. Mission, of course, describes the very heart of God. The Father sends the Son into the world in order to bring his love among us and into every human heart. The Son willingly accepts the Father's mission to come into the world. Out of love for the Father, he comes among us. Not only is Jesus the human face of God, he is humbly yet, even to accepting death on a cross, as the letter to the Philippians describes it. The Holy Spirit accompanies the Son in this mission that the Father has given him. And he continues to animate Jesus' followers so that we too may participate in the Son's mission and come to the Father's house and bring others to the Father's house too. We have come to know God because God has gone outside of himself in order to draw us to himself. Our zeal for mission, therefore, is a participation in this going forth from and this return to God. It is why we have a heart for others, to bring them to Jesus, that he might bring them to the Father, and that they might be at home with him in eternity. We do not seek to bring others to ourselves. We're not the center of this. God is, Jesus is, the Holy Spirit guides us. Therefore, a local church which is not making disciples is failing in a fundamental aspect of its life. It's one of the reasons why it's lovely to be giving this reflection beneath this lovely image of Pope St. John Paul II. St. John Paul II spoke movingly about the need for a new evangelization in our own day. We live in a different time from that time of the earliest apostles or even the missionaries of the last century who went to other lands on mission to bring Jesus Christ to those who'd not heard of him. We live in a society and a culture which is often neutral about a belief in Jesus Christ. And therefore there is a need in our time and in our day for this new evangelization to bring Jesus to those who are in our present society, or those who for whatever reason have stopped being members of our church. Of course, in expressing this need to be completely new in our approach to mission, St. John Paul was reflecting also the insights of Pope St. Paul VI. And we know too that Pope Benedict and Pope Francis spoke movingly in this vein too. It's been lovely to see how our recent Holy Father Pope Leo has spoke so movingly about the need to be on mission. He himself, of course, having been a missionary for many years in Peru, but now in Rome and leading and shepherding the church. He speaks of the need for all of us as disciples of Jesus Christ to be missionary disciples, disciple-making disciples, followers who are close to Jesus and who want to bring others close to him too. In a very moving passage of his letter on the joy of the gospel, Pope Francis reflects on this truth of the need to continuously proclaim Jesus as the love of our own lives and as the love which gives meaning and purpose to every human heart. He says, Jesus Christ loves you. He gave his life to save you, and now he is living at your side every day to enlighten, strengthen, and free you. This first proclamation is first not only because it's what the apostles proclaimed at the beginning of the spread of the gospel. It is also first because we can never forget this fundamental truth. It is first in a qualitative sense because it is the principal proclamation, the one which each of us must hear time and time again in different ways. Trying to help others come into this encounter with Jesus is not just one more thing among the other many things that we have to do. It is the heart of what we do and should be the criterion by which we judge all that we do in the life of the Church. And now some reflection questions for this pillar on growing evangelizing disciples. The faith teaches us that God is love. If mission describes the very heart of God, how do these two, love and mission, go together? Would you describe yourself as an evangelizing disciple? Someone eager to share their personal relationship with Jesus Christ with others? Do you have a zeal for mission? Do we as a parish? Do we as a school community? If not, why not? What can we do to make this part of the vision a reality in the place in which we live? What might need to change so that we can help this happen? Thank you.